All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakodash. Peace and love, honor to the apostles and elders of GMS, that give us his truth and all the spirituality, and salutations to all your occupation in this word throughout the four corners of the earth, in sincerity and in truth. I'm the brother Yahweh Sab, and the topic of this lesson is going to be touching reincarnation. We know, according to scriptures, reincarnation is, a real thing. It's not a East Indian doctrine like Vocab Malone was saying a couple years ago. Oh, yeah, that's an East Indian religion. No, man. The other nations, a lot of what they teach in their religions, they copy it off the scriptures, man. So yeah, reincarnation is a real thing, and you're gonna get some couple scriptures that back that up. So this is some of the foundational scriptures, that shows that this life is not the end all be all. You don't just get one lifetime and then that's it. No, you're reborn, throughout the ages, to pay for what you did in your previous life. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past." Yes, so that which have been is now, which, history repeats itself. That's a quote that's out there in the world. History always repeats itself. And, the reason it repeats itself is because it's the same characters, the same players, the same people that come back, that be born over and over again throughout the ages. And they make the same mistakes. You see? Then that which is to be have already been. And the Most High requires that which is past. Yeah, so this is why, people are born with deformities. They're born with, different type of illnesses, or they catch an illness throughout their lifetime that's deadly. Well, that's because the Most High is requiring that which is past. Real quick, Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 10. "That which has been is named already, and it is known that it is men. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he." So that which has been is men. So let's go back to that. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. "That which has been is now," which is man, right? So man is now, right? And man has always been. Meaning what? You already had a previous lifetime. And that which is to be have already been. So, we're in the end of days now. So the Israelites, 2/3 of them, they're going to be destroyed. But the 1/3 that make it, they're not going to have to be reborn. The 2/3, they're going to have to be reincarnated, into the kingdom. And once they're born in the kingdom, they're going to live forever. But the rest of the other nations, they're going to have to be the ones going through that cycle of dying and being reborn again over and over, for the rest of eternity. Because immortality is only promised to Israelites. It says, "That which have been is now," which is man, right? "And that which is to be have already been. And the Most High requireth that which is past," which is you got to pay for what you did in your past life. Verse 16. "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there." The place of judgment that's under the sun is what? The planet Earth. So the planet Earth is the place of judgment. Planet Earth is hell. Not a place where you go underground and, have to serve your sentence and fiery furnace. No, man. The place of judgment is the planet Earth. It says that wickedness was there. Wickedness is all over the earth, man. You know why? Because the wickedness in rulership. It says in the place of righteousness that iniquity was there. The place of righteousness is supposed to be the land of Israel. And what's happening over there? All types of orgies, sacrifices, wicked sacrifices, unclean people up in the land, claiming to be the Jews. It's nothing but iniquity there, man. That's why, Isaiah, I think 26, says what? "Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly and not behold the majesty of the Lord." So even when given opportunity for Esau to get right, he still ain't gonna get it right. Because why? He's the wicked, man. He's made to be opposite of righteousness. So it doesn't matter if, you try to clean them up. They try to clean themselves up by proclaiming to be the chosen people. They follow the laws. They follow the Torah. But it's all bullshit, man. You see? Verse 17, "I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work." Yeah, so, there's a time and purpose. So it could be somebody that do all kinds of wickedness in a lifetime, and they end up dying a peaceful death, dying of old age, everything is well for them. Well, guess what? That tab still has to be paid. So who is it going to be left upon? The children? No, man. The father carries that wickedness with them, and they end up paying for it and their next lifetime under the sun, the place of judgment, which is on the planet Earth, through reincarnation. You see? So, I'm going to jump down to verse 20. It says, all go unto one place, all of the dust, and all turn to dust again. So all go to one place. So it doesn't matter if you're righteous or wicked, we all die the same, right? And we all go to the same place when we die. There's no such thing as hell. There's no such thing as a purgatory, before you get to heaven. No. Anybody that dies here on the face of the earth, it doesn't matter if it's an Israelite, if it's a heathen, those spirits go up to the spirit realm before the Father to get their sentence, to get their judgment. A word, you was a murderer, you was doing all this. Well, guess what? In your next lifetime, you're gonna be born crippled, and you're gonna die, in your early 20s or some shit. You're gonna suffer your whole life. This is why the earth is the place of judgment, man. So could you imagine somebody has gone through all that already? They're crippled, they all fucked up, and then they gotta go to hell? Man, that don't sound like a righteous God to me. The Most High is not a righteous man. He's not just gonna have your spirit suffer for eternity in fire, man. That makes no sense. Because the spirit is already fire. The spirit is already energy. So how can it suffer in fire? That's why you Christians, man, that's why people are leaving these churches, man, because they're not getting the understanding. You see? So it says, who knoweth the spirit of men that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth? So man's spirit go up to the Father, and animal spirit go down to the earth, go down to the core of the earth, and it gets recycled. You see? So that's why it's known as the circle of life. You're born, you grow up, you have children, you die, your children have children, they die, and those children have children, and then you come back through that lineage, man, through that line. You see? So that's how it operates, man, the circle of life. Now, let's get the book of Exodus, chapter 20, because they'll read certain scriptures and they say, oh, there's contradictions in the Bible because they don't have understanding. This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So the Lord said he's jealous, and if you worshiping other gods, he's going to visit that iniquity upon the third and fourth generation. So is that saying that the Lord is going to visit your children? No, he's saying he's going to visit you through your children, because you reborn through your sons. So the third and fourth generation. So about every 300 to 400 years, a spirit get reincarnated in a new body. So that's why the Lord said that. Basically saying that you won't get away with it even if you die. I'm the Lord. I could catch you in your next lifetime. I got time. The Lord, he's not on the clock, man. Scripture says one day with the Lord is 1,000 years unto men. You see? So the Lord, he can wait half a day till you be born, just to repay you for what you've done in your previous life. That's why he's not to be played with, man. You see? Now let's get Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 18. Okay, so this is Ezekiel 18. Now I'm starting at 19. It says, Yet say ye, why? Doth not the Son bear the iniquity of the Father? When the Son hath done that which is lawful and right, and hath kept all my statutes, and hath done them, he shall surely live. So that would so-called contradict what we just read in Exodus, the 20th chapter, right? Because the Lord said he visits the iniquity upon the children. But right here, the Lord said if the children do right, they're going to live. So what does that mean? It's speaking of, your direct descendants. That's not you. They can't pay for what you've done. So, if my son goes off, he can't pay for what I've done. But if he ends up having more descendants and I end up passing away, I'll most likely end up coming back to my son. So the Lord will visit, that spirit that's in that new body later on. It says, the soul that sinneth, it shall die. The Son shall not bear the iniquity of the Father, neither shall the Father bear the iniquity of the Son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. So, Son don't pay for what the Father done, neither do the Father pay for what the Son has done. You know? So if you're righteous, doesn't matter if your father's the utmost wicked. If you're righteous, the Lord is going to deal with you and spare you. But if you have a righteous father and you're wicked, the Lord ain't going to spare you, man. That's how it works. You see? So now, this is John 9:1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? So when did this man have time to sin if he was already born like that? That's how you know reincarnation is real, because why would they ask that? They had to know. Who sinned? Who did sin? This man or his parents that he was born blind? You see? So they knew he was paying for some shit that he did in his past life, you know? And even the parents, you know, even though the scriptures say you shall not be punished for what your parents have done, but guess what? Sometimes your parents will do some shit, you know, in their past lifetime, and, you know, you do some shit in your past lifetime, and the Lord brings a judgment together. So, all right, you going to come down here fucked up? That's for what you did. That's you paying for your wickedness, and your parents paying for their wickedness by having to bear you, you know, by having you be a burden to your parents. Or he can't see, this nigga can't walk. You know, that's judgment on them too. So that's why they asked that. Who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Yahushua answered, neither have this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. So there's people that's walking around, you know, that's messed up, crippled, that they got different infirmities, you know, talking about Israelites, that's like that just so the Most High could show forth his power to the world when the miracles start happening. Picture somebody that, man, they can only move their heads. You got people that's, what they call them, quadriplegic or some shit like that. They can only move probably their neck muscle. Picture somebody that's been like that their whole life, and the Lord uses a brother to heal them, and now they're jumping and walking around, and, you know, that's a miracle, man. This is why the Lord said a lot of people, a lot of Jakes, a lot of Israelites, you know, are part of the elect that's messed up like that. It's so that the Lord can show forth his power to the world. You see? So that's it on that. Get the other one with John. This is Matthew chapter 17, verse 10. It says, and his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elijah must first come? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elijah truly shall first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elijah is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Yes, so Yahushua, matter of fact, verse 13, then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. So the disciples, they knew about reincarnation. Yahushua, he knew about reincarnation, because he said, oh, Elijah already came. They did whatever they wanted to him. And that's when they understood he was speaking of John the Baptist. But when you read other verses, other chapters, they asked John the Baptist, are you the Messiah? He said, no. Are you Elijah? He said, no. Are you one of the prophets? He said, no. I'm the voice of one crying in the wilderness. So even he didn't know that he was Elijah in the reincarnation. That's why the scriptures say there's no remembrance of former things in the book of Ecclesiastes, man. So you don't remember your former and past life, you know? So Yahushua said, Elijah shall truly first come and restore all things. So he's also prophesying. So yeah, he came, but he's going to come again and restore all things. So when did that take place? When Abba Bivens came on the scene, man. You know? He was the one that the Lord sent to basically pop this thing open with us knowing that we're the Israelites, man. So he played a major part in restoring the tribes of Israel, man. So John the Baptist is Elijah in the reincarnation. You see? So a lot of people, a lot of Christians, that's a stumbling block to them, man. You know? Because that's not what they've been taught. They've been taught lies. So when you come in with the truth, they get hit with a shock. Because if reincarnation is real, then that basically they gotta throw out everything that they knew. And then that brings in a lot of questions up. So what happens to the people that enslaved the Israelites. If we're the Israelites and reincarnation is real, what happened to those slave masters? What happened to those people that was lynching us, that was doing all those atrocious things unto us? They're not just dead and gone. They're dead and back. They died back then and they're back here today. The average so-called white person you see walking around, they are their forefathers reincarnated. And this is why they can accept us having the truth. They can accept us being the Israelites. Because if we're telling the truth, then they are their forefathers that committed all these crimes, and they're back here to pay for what they did in their past lives, man. So that's it on that now. Matter of fact, let's get Ezra. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 56. It says, "For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death." So people, they just living their life, not having a care in the world, doing what they do, but they don't consider that they're gonna pay for it after death, because in their mind state, this is their the first and only lifetime, so they trying to live it up because they know time is short, and then when time runs out, that's when they want to start getting shit together, start getting right, but by that time it'll be too late, man. You still got to pay for all the shit that you did. You spent 60, 70 years living in wickedness. All of a sudden now you about to die. All of a sudden you want to go to church now. You want to get right. That's not how the Heavenly Father operates, man. So from there, let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 35. It says, "For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again." So we read in 7 how we live in iniquity. We don't consider that we should begin to suffer for it after death, right? So how do you suffer for it after death? After death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. So you pay for it by coming back in a new body, by being born again. You see? It says, "And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared." So the names of the righteous is going to be manifest. It's manifested right now, because the brothers that's pushing most likely are part of the elect, and they have to be somebody in their past lifetime. So now you're seeing the works of the godly being declared, and it's ultimately going to be declared when the salvation comes. That's when they're going to know. And it says the works of the ungodly shall be declared, Slakia. So that's when you're going to see the judgment for the 2/3 in the rest of the world. Because they're born in this day and age for them to receive judgment, man. That's why the scriptures say, "Let the multitude perish that was born in vain." So that's their whole purpose. You see? 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Verse 10. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. "Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments." Yeah, so the ones that abuse the Lord's ways and cast them away despitefully are going to dwell in torments. So that's the 2/3, because the Lord is showing forth His way and has been showing forth His ways, for the past couple of decades, man, with our apostles, the elders, King Masha, Ariyah, Abu Bivens, they've been on the scene, man. Yaikwab, and what? Jake has despised it, as they've always done throughout the ages, man. But the Lord said, because they do that, they're going to dwell in torments. Torments is what? Jacob's trouble, man. A time like no other. It says, "For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain." So they're going to know it after death by pain. So that shows reincarnation again. So the Lord is saying they're going to die in order for them to learn. So after they died, they're going to be reborn in the kingdom, 2/3, right, as the children of the 144,000 and the 1/3, and they're going to have the laws already implanted in them, and that's when they're going to know. You see? Oh shit, we fucked up. So that's it on that. I'm gonna get, so I can give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, let's get Job. Is it Job 9? No. It can be 9. 19. Okay. This is Job chapter 19, verse 25. It says, "For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth." So Job knew about Yahushua. Every book, every prophet knew about the one which was for to come. Yahushua was always prophesied since the beginning of time. So Job says, "I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth." That's exactly what Yahushua is coming to do. When he returns, he's going to sit on that throne of judgment, that chariot, and he's going to beam up the elect. It says, "And though after my skin worms destroyed his body, yet in my flesh shall I see God." So he's saying, even after his body deteriorates, he's going to see the Most High. He said, "Whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me." So he's saying, I'm going to see it myself physically in the flesh, even though this body dies. So that's reincarnation right there. It says, "But ye should say, why persecute we him, seeing the root of the matter is found in me?" So so Job, he knew about Yahushua, and he's saying that he's going to be here on the earth in the last days when Yahushua makes his coming, man. So they always knew about reincarnation. That's why, let's see. Okay, Matthew 19. This is Matthew chapter 19, verse 28. "And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel." So the Lord said, "Ye that have followed me in the regeneration." What is regeneration? Regeneration, G38:24. And it says, new birth, reproduction, renewal, recreation, regeneration. So new birth. That's what it's going into. So you that follow me in a new birth, in a new lifetime, in a different age, this is the blessing that's going to come into you. You see? It says, renovation, regeneration, the production of a new life consecrated to God, a radical change of mind for the better. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, man. So that's what it's talking about. A new birth. So you that follow me in a new lifetime, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that hath forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. So that never happened to the disciples back then. So when is that going to take place? When Yahushua returns. So the disciples, they're already going to be down here when Yahushua returns. It's not as if they've been dwelling up there for 2,000 years and then Yahushua is going to come back and just raise their bodies up that have been in the graves for over 2,000 years. No, man. They're going to already be down here, alive. And the Lord is going to send his chariots, his angels, to save them from those bodies that they're living in. So that's it on that. Let's get the book of Daniel. This is Daniel 12:13. "But go thou thy way to the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days." So even Daniel, the angel told him that you're going to stand in your lot at the end of the days. Basically in the last days that we're living in now. Daniel was back here, and he's most likely part of a GMS camp. So thou shalt stand in thy lot at the end of the days. Because what? The scriptures say what? The spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. You see? So prophets are always going to be prophets, man. It doesn't matter which lifetime. They're always the elect is always going to be the elect. That's why the Lord told Jeremiah, before I formed you, I already knew you. And before you came into this world, I already sanctified you to be a prophet to the nations. So the Lord had spirits set up since the beginning. Who's going to be who? This is going to be the 144,000 that's created first, the first fruits, the 1/3, the 2/3, the rest of the other nations, the wicked. It's order, man. It's not, this is a new life, somebody new, and then boom, all of a sudden they could work towards being the elect. That's not how this works, man. You got to be a chosen from the foundation of the world. This is Revelation chapter 10, verse 11. "And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings." So this is after, well, he was still alive, but the angel was telling him that basically after he dies, in the future, he must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. So we know John the Revelator, he never came back up on the scene to do that again. So when did that take place? It's taking place right now. Right under people's noses, man. They don't see us as such. They think we just some broke bums, some, insignificant beings. But man, if we're the elect, we're the most important beings in the universe under Yahushua, man. So it's a great work that we're doing, man. It's a great lot that we have to even, be able to bring out this understanding, man. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this lesson. I hope this was edifying. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Achakodash, peace and love to the apostles and elders of GMS. Thank you for this truth and all the spirituality. And salutations to all you occupationists word throughout the four corners of the earth, sincerity and the truth. Shalom.